Okay, let's start with this. But first, let me get some music here. Let's see, probably the mana series should be good. Oh wait, I need to get this. And I need my headphones. There it goes. So let's see. What I want you to do here is try and override how the ADT decompression works for some of the backgrounds. And since the game likes to use one routing for everything, actually no, two for everything. This one is just used for 3 types. So it's for 3D sprites, for the backgrounds in game, and then ITM, which is actually ITPS, I think, which is used to read the pictures that are used in the menu below there. Yeah, might be too early, but it's pretty late here. It's like 10 p.m. and I had a really rough day today, so I just this is a OC remix of Secret of Mana, I think, or just the Mana series. I had this in my royalty-free folder for like quite a while. I keep this stuff around just for the streams. So apparently this is used for everything. I can probably change this stuff entirely. Okay, this is, let's try this. ATM to surface. Let's go like this. Let's see what this is about. Okay, this just creates a team. Unloads one texture, which is this page value, I think. Actually, this is not ITM to surface. I think this is actually team. No, ADT team to surface. I think this is actually. Let's see. Team. Let's call this team buffer to surface, since apparently this is just team pictures compressed for whatever reason. I'm not even sure why this is doing this kind of weird stuff for whatever reason. Oh well, let's try and see this. Yeah, of course. This is team buffer to surface. It loads a team. Whoops. Shouldn't be too hard, I guess, to override, though I don't understand what this is. Probably just the color information. I might have to change the way this works, probably. Okay, so ADT is basically what Resident Evil 2 on PC used as a standard compression for most graphics. Most graphical assets, like them being just raw backgrounds or some team pictures or archives of both. They are just compressed with ADT, and the format isn't really the easiest one to work with, because the compressions for it are, I think there is one compressor out there. Hello there, the Factor, welcome aboard. So, oh wait a second, let me change the stupid donation. How the hell do I even change this? What the hell? Where is my stuff? Editor. Donation goal. Yeah, I want let's call this for DualShock for glory. And let's just put this to the end of the month, I guess. Most people say that the GameCube version is the definitive version, but it's not really. The Dreamcast version, I think it suffers from some of the issues of the PC version, the original one anyway. So you have panning issues, you have muted music in some rooms. Also, the full motion video quality is not that good. It's like 400 by 240p, so it's actually stretched to achieve full screen. It's a weird aspect ratio. Actually, I can show you one sample of this. I think I still have one extracted, possibly, I guess. I don't remember if I have this. I have my ISO folder here and Dreamcast Resident Evil 2, and I have there should be a video here somewhere. It's an MV1, I think. Oh no, wait, it's under FFmpeg, I think. There it goes. This is actually what the Dreamcast version has. This is really what it looks like. It's more or less like the, let's see, if I choose the full program and let's make this virtual dub, I think. Where is my virtual dub here? I don't remember actually. Where is that I have virtual dub? I think it's some hidden folder here somewhere. It's not 1.5. I don't remember where this was. Oh yeah, it's under storage, I think. And this thing called anal, which is not what you might think. It actually stands for analysis. And virtual dub, here it goes. Yeah, it's parsing the MPEG video file here. Okay, let's see. This needs to be, I think it's full processing mode. no audio, and there should be filters, resize, and aspect ratio. No aspect ratio at all. Absolute. Okay, you see the actual resolution, which I got completely incorrect. Langsos. Do I have Langsos here? Yeah, I have Langsos 3. Show preview. Okay, this is the preview, and it looks pretty much like Source Next. The colors are a bit weird, but I think they could be fixed somehow, I guess. And this is basically the only way that I am aware of that. How do I change this to bilinear? Okay, bilinear. No, it doesn't work very well, I guess. Okay, let's try this. This is basically what it would look like when upscaled to Source Next quality. It has the same frame rate, though the gamma is a bit fuzzy, I think. Nope, I haven't. I just use whatever Source Next provides. And you can pretty much see it's the same. How do I stop this? Let's see. How do I show you what it would look like? Okay, let's try this shot here. Liam with eyes wide shot. Expire as a 2, PL0. I think this is it. Where's my VLC? No, it's not VLC. I want Media Player Classic actually. See if I can do. The quality, as you can see, is much better in this one. I can go frame by frame, I guess. Okay, here it is. Okay, this should be the same, I guess. And well, it's not even the same aspect ratio actually. You can probably see more stuff on the sides. No, Source Next actually has more stuff on the side and on the top and bottom, I guess. You can probably see more of this and this. So what could this even be like? And also the gamma is completely broken in, let's see, filters, add, I think it's called brightness, contrast, or was it gamma? Gamma correct, converts video colors represented. Okay, let's try this. Let's try SPG to linear. No. No. Let's go the other way around actually. Let's try linear to RPG. Not very good. Actually, let's just drop this. Let's try some brightness contrast, I guess. Show preview, thank you. What? Contrast. Probably. What? Wait, why is this so bright? I'm pretty sure I removed. Oh, it's still here. This bullshit. It should be slightly brighter, I think. then the gamma needs to be wider, I guess. Maybe not this wide. The blues are completely different. Not quite 1.5 actually. You can see the knife holster being in a different position than 1.5 actually. In 1.5 you, I think, oh no wait, it's sideways. And this shot, I think you can see the thing. Wait a second, where's this? Okay, I think we'll get a better rear view of Leon here. Okay, you can see the holster of the gun here, which is not present at all in 1.5. And that's a gun holster, not a... You see, there's no knife here. See, no knife. It's just a different design, but I want to change one thing actually. Let's see. Can I get Leon's? Okay, eyes wide shut. Let's drop this actually, and let me save this. Can I just save one frame? Yes, I can save the sequence, I think, but oh no, wait, no. This is not what I can do with this. You know what? I think Imagica was just recycling game assets. That's all, really. How the hell do I even just export this? How do I save just one frame? You know what? I'll do this. I'll do it this way. Files, save image. Actually, no, I don't even need this. I can probably do this. File. Save a copy. No, wrong one. This will save a copy of the whole thing. Oh, whatever. Save image. Drop this on the desktop, and this goes here, I think. Is this the same shot? No, this is the same shot, I think. Okay, let's see. Save image. Is good. Now let's go for Photoshop. Okay. Let's make this 50%. Let's see how this matches. I align this correctly? No. It's mostly aligned, I think. Okay, this one is Correct. Nope. Still not good enough. Let's see it like this. Just 1 pixel smaller than 1. Okay, now it matches pretty much correctly, I think. So you can just see how much the new picture matches with the old one. Okay, of course you also get some artifacts here, but it's mostly the same picture really. I could probably change this to match the brightness, I guess. Contrast. Not really good enough. Well, the contrast is a bit weird. Let's try. If it's not brightness contrast, it could be color balance, I guess. Yeah, color balance does the trick, really. Almost seamless now. Well, not really. Not quite. Let's try with shadow highlights. No, this is definitely not. Almost matching, I guess. Though the original compression doesn't really help that much. You can just see the differences quite clearly here. It does match really correctly. So what we would need is just this section here, really. I think this could be done like this. I would have to create a mask of this. Let's see. Not continuous actually. Let's try with 55. And how do I reverse the selection? Select inverse. Nope. Completely wrong. What? Come on, invert the selection, please. Inverse. Nope, it's still not working. Why not? Why is this not working? Why? Okay, let's try it like this. I would basically have just to take this slice to let's try this instead. There it goes. If this could be done for like all the backgrounds, this would be really nice. Yes. With some filtering you can probably blur this a bit and you can get, well, there is a way to grab this stuff anyway. Well, in Magic I would just use whatever Capcom provide, so this is going to take quite a while to make this stuff match. You guys are going crazy about this. Okay, whatever. Let's kill this thing. Let's go back to the game. Actually, you know what? I need his neck. Be right back. Just wait. people are still around. Oh wow, 11. I guess you guys have been using the chat to discuss matters. Yeah? Apparently you have. Okay. Yeah, I did notice about the 1.5 thing. Where the hell is... where the hell is this? Okay, configuration main is definitely not what I want here, and... I'm not sure if many of this actually... I'm not sure if any of this... So color2.adt, this one is a background. And as expected, this is using PG to surface just after this. So let's see, how many of these have PG to surface? Load this. Okay, I think I can replace this instead. Data ex title dot ADT. Ex title dot ADT. Is this the background or the picture that moves? I don't know. I was actually able to ask Paul Haddad about 1.5, and you know what he mentioned? He said that he had one script for the game, and at some point he was given a completely different script. So I guess they had him for 1.5 at some point, but he doesn't recall the "that's freaking great" line. So that must have been like some random homeless guy, I guess, just passing by, recording lines. So what could I use here to load this stuff easily? And why am I not using any real streamline thing? Let's see. If I remember correctly, ADT containing backgrounds all have the same signature, which is FF7FFDFF. I think they probably do, or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, this one is different. This one is 7F F7 FDF F F F 7F FDF F. Yeah. I suspect the ADT is kind of complex. Let's see, EX title. What does EX title use? Let's make some notes of this. Okay, I know for sure that color2.adt is a background, so it doesn't contain anything else. It should be FF7F FDFF. This is row. Well, it's probably not a row, probably something else, but let's see. Clear to. This should be, I think, the background for Claire and Leon, and it does share the same exact. This is the background for the. Yeah, the size confirms this. Then we have 7F F7 FBFF, and then again this should FF 7F FDFF. Okay, FDFF. Okay, this should be something else. What's that? Yeah, they are. What the hell is this? EX title, FD7F, FDFF. Okay, so I see a pattern here. Okay, let's write a quick converter for this. Let me try and see if room slicer. This shouldn't even be called room slicer. This should be called something else. Okay, let's write some code for this. Let's call this void decompile ADT. Actually, yeah, this should be good. Out should just be out prefix. So what I want to do here is can I fetch the dpack? Okay, yes, I can fetch the dpack a memory stream. let's see, ADT surface. This just creates something that I don't need. Source, I guess, should be in, and this should be out. Actually, no, this should be buffer, and this should be side. So let's see, U8 buffer and size, and then string in and string open in file in. Oh yeah, it needs to be like this. Okay, now U32 magic. Magic. I need to and string ring it in magic. Come on, magic. 4. And then let's see. Switch magic. Let's see. From magic we have several types, I guess. Okay, so magic should be FFFD, 7FFF. This is just a background. Let me think. Can I decompress this in some way or another? Is this actually team PNG or not? Let's see. What does roomcap.thing has a header? Okay. Room RC 2000 is the same. Let's see, room cut. Room cut 3800 versus 3800. Okay, this is FFFC7DDF. Let's make this just in case. FFFC7DDF. Game background plus mask, I guess. I'm just trying to decompress this and make them less hideous, more straightforward, I guess. Though I'm not sure really. I'll just decompress this stuff and see what happens. For now, let's go for a flash file. Oh wait, I don't have a flash file. Let's call this test.bin, write binary, write buffer, size 1 and out, close out, and let's see, let's make just a quick test actually. Let's see what's inside. car2.adt. See what this creates. I don't remember if ADT tag uses. Does this use destination buffer? Destination pointer. Okay, this needs to be free buffer. And mem string flows in. Okay, this should be all the deallocation that I need. Yep, good. Probably audio archives, I guess. Whatever. Disable this stupid define CRT secure no warnings. Thank you very much. This is what? Yeah, typecast. Reference variable. Okay, this is probably not required here. And then I have, oh, suppose this needs a break. Size 0, buffer is 0. Weird, very weird. Is this even reading? No, it's not reading at all. What? Wait a second, why is this not loading anything? Oh, because I'm stupid. Well, okay, oh wait, actually, position needs to be set to 0. Yeah, no, I think it's this good. The new decompression is 163840. Okay, close please. And room slicer should be test.bin, okay. So what is this? Let's use tile molester. Tile molester, here it is. This is slightly bigger than what Resident Evil usually has. Test that bin. Mod 2D should be BGR 5551, or maybe not. That's kind of weird. Or maybe it's not BGR, maybe it's RGBA. No. There it goes. So basically this works just the same as backgrounds. These are assembled as much smaller pictures. Yeah, this is it. It's got 3 slices. Actually, it should be 64 by 128 by 2. Okay, so I'm gonna create a special case with this. Okay. Image. EMG.create as this, I think. Destroy, please. Nah, Cat Veronica is not the real free. You can see it's not by all the unpolished stuff that it has. Okay, so how do I go and create this? Let's see how I did this here. How the hell do I even rebuild this crap? ADT to surface. Oh, I actually have this. Good. ADT surface. I don't even need to recreate this. I just have it here. So source picture is this typecast to upper, and oh wait, I still need the picture. EMG. Do I have load PNG? Yes, I do. Come on, create this. And load PNG. That's actually it's called load PNG encode. But it's not here because load PNG is not included here, I think. So load PNG, thank you. And load PNG encode should have as input. I want the name. No, it's not this? Where's log PNG? Save PNG. Okay, I actually had this all along. So PNG, save PNG, and name. Let's call this out prefix. Just out prefix, whatever. 2.png, I guess. Does it work? Yes, it is. This is the official PNG encoded stuff. And it's the hue is weird. It's also red instead of black. Why it's red? The thing is that ADT, it's just a container, nothing less, nothing more. In this case, it contained the same exact background as the game stuff. It's just using a different kind of signature, I guess. The game doesn't even read the signature at all. It's just like skipping through that and simply fetches the game whatever data it needs, and then the game has its way. It knows what to do with that data, so it doesn't have to use a specific doesn't really use a specific code to load that dynamically, so the header is just ignored. ADT could be really used for raw data and the game would just load it fine. Nice. So what I want to do here is, assuming that we can understand what an ADT does. Let's see. Let's try and decompile a specific case of randomness. So I said, okay, FF, X7F, F7, FBFF. Okay, let's try this one. Be a completely different type. Actually, it's FFFB, FFFB, F7, 7F. This is and 00.ADT and 00.ADT. This could be something else, I guess. Could be just another format altogether. Room slicer, I don't want this here. Why? Please float. Thank you. This seems to be something much bigger. Yeah, it is. I think this might be more thin pictures. Just yeah, it's more thin pictures in one. This is basically a stream of teams Let's see, do these have... Oh, I think I understand what this is supposed to be. This is a handler of team. Actually no, it's just one team in the original, but it's 4 pages, so each page gets a palette, because the game doesn't really do multiple palettes. Let's call this team sequence, and let's make this into this. So team team. So how do I change this? I need a team and I need an image EMG. EMG can be created from team. I just need the team input. The palette is always 0 and the color transparency should be 0, I guess. So I don't remember if... Oh wait, EMG, save PNG. I think this already takes care of the transparency, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's call this. Let's make this SSTD. No, actually no. I don't want this to be like this. I want it to be like this. For int I equals 0. Just increase this for the size of the stream, I guess. And team, I think team can be opened from a buffer. Yes, it can be opened from a buffer. This should be, let's see, can I, let's see, does team actually return with something? Actually no, load team does nothing. Nice. I just can use this, I guess, and this returns the image, but I don't want the image, I want the size of this, which should be, well anyway, let's call this B team as buffer team, and let's go for buffer, and let me think. Let's go with size t as sick, and this takes 0. While 6 less than size, I think. Oh wait, since size is an int, this should be an int as well. And should take b team. Save PNG. Let's make a name with max path and a printf name. 02, I guess. .png. The index is I, and the name should be out fix. Wait, what happened? Kale just subscribed. Thank you, Kale. Thank you for the subscribe. You guys are going great this dashboard. No, actually, live. Yeah, me neither. KL subscribed. I don't even know what kind of music is playing at this point anymore. I don't know, but it's probably droning. And save PNG takes save name. Okay. I think this is good. Yes, it should be good. It should be really good. Now, to increase this stuff, let me see. Team. Do I have a? Yeah, I have a width. Now wait. No. You know what? Screw this. Load team should just return the next position again. No, actually no. Let me see if I can return the size of this. Let's change this to size T size, and let me change this to size T. Load team, weird, load team, come on, give me load team, thank you. And this returns size T, which should be, okay, sig plus this, and team B team sig, and actually I don't even need B team, I need buffer. B team can just go to hell, not necessary at all. And let's see, size plus size plus clut header the number, then team pixel, and the size starts from 8 because that's the size of the header of a team. Yes, this should be good, I think. What's the error here? Please, come on. Oh, forgot the D. Not this one. PC version has. Oh, Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Okay, size, please. Please return the size. Otherwise, it just returns 0. Okay, this is good. Let's see. Can you create the team, please? Okay. Seems good, I guess. Yes. Yes, please. Create this. Now this is creating way too many of this. Yeah, this is creating way too many. I think I see why. 294912. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh. Oh. What the hell is this? Why is this filled with this nonsense? Is this because... oh yeah, it's because I'm not returning size. I'm returning... stupid me. Oh, come on. This is stupid. Very stupid. This is basically just putting stuff at this point, which is not what I want, and I think there's actually size to ADT, or maybe not. No, there's no size, I guess. What I can do though is the destination the buffer has. Destination pointer, destination buffer length. No, come on. There's gotta be a way this works. There has to be a way. Yeah, I need to change this to destination offset, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, now it's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Okay. This little fix made the trick, I guess. So we have all the PNG that we need. Technically, this should be and 00 dot, well, whatever. It should be and 00. Let's see, and 00.png. No, and 00, just and 00. Now let's inspect the rest of this. I can probably change all these cases, I think, or maybe not, I don't know. The game is very weird when it does this ADT thing. Okay, this is just all backgrounds. This is a team stream, and this is a background, I think. This is a background again. Background again. Just how many backgrounds are in here? Background? It's all a bunch of backgrounds, really. Let's see, event Claire. Wait a second, is this event? Is this used for anything? Okay, let's try and give this a body, I guess. So it's FF, FF, 7F, BB. Just trying to decompile this. This should be so EV Claire without an A. Please decompress and show me what you've got. Okay, what's inside this pinch? Is this just a team? No, this is not a team. Oh, I think I kind of understand what this might be. It's definitely a team, but okay, this is from the intro. No, wait. Hai ragazzi, okay. This is not from the introduction, I guess. I don't remember what this this is about a ladder. Go down the ladder. Quick. Please be quick. Shit, just move. Ah. Where the hell is this even from? It was supposed to be Claire. Let's try with Haley. I don't know where this is from. Where the hell is this from? Oh, I understand. This is from the cutscene with the police cop on the helipad, and this is the dialogue with him and the chopper pilots. This stuff is basically completely useless, though I don't understand why there is one with Claire and one with Leon. Okay, let's try EX title now. F. Oh, we have a new one here. This is FF, FE, FD, DF. I have no idea what this could be. This is EX title 1.ADT. Yeah, ADT is really just a container of the most random crap. Okay, this seems just to be a single team. I don't know what this contains, but let's see. Okay. This should be called single team. Row team, actually. Let's call this row team. So wait, you're telling me it's pure and compressed? Yes, it is. No, pure RGB. Though it's RGB 555, which causes quite a few weird issues with direct draw. Yep, it is. I can show you. There it is. Every single pixel. Not compressed at all. You can see this is pretty much lossless. There, see? All pixels are separate. This is just one sample extracted from ADT. Though my editor does something. Well, in this case you can see this view transparency. There it goes. I actually decompress this stuff as true color, so that also supports alpha. You haven't been following much on Twitter, I assume, because this is what I've been doing. It is very possible to use alpha blending too. It's not even 888, it's 8888 or RGB RGBA 8888. Oh no, wait, actually it's called RGBA 32. Yeah, and the alpha channel is there and it's usable, so you can technically yeah, it's true color. You can use any range of alpha. So technically you could create backgrounds with masks and anti-aliasing on the masks themselves. That's the trick with here using the alpha. So you're pretty much good to go. Nope. 1.5 uses VSS. For BSS, I think it stands for BS stream, and BS is stands for BS frame, which is basically a MDEC frame, which is again a native compression to the PlayStation, which I think is derived from MPEG-1. It's very similar, and it even decompresses in a very similar manner, and FFmpeg supports that. No, I think it's actually upscaled, but it's from the original source, so 240p is, yeah. But I don't remember, I think it's using actual 480p, even if the pictures are not. They just upsampled them in the worst possible manner. And that's it, really. Now what? Let's try this instead. So row team. Should be like this. I don't need I here. I just need okay, EMG and possibly this. I need a team here. EMG create from team and save, I guess. Okay, this is good. Well, I'm not really sure what the project was about. I googled it really like quickly, but I think it was because Activision is actively working on a remaster of Spyro, and I guess that's the reason why it got a CND. Yeah, but I'm not working on a fun project to remake Resident Evil 2, that's the thing. That's the key difference here. Well, they haven't done anything on this project. I mean, it's perfectly legal because it's just a DLL that injects into an existing game. I don't think they can really do much about it. This is pretty much what GOG does. The only difference is that GOG actually uses licenses for this, but since my patch is it doesn't modify the game in any way. You just delete the DLL and you have the original game. That's the magic. That's the plot hole. I don't know, they never did anything about that one. But that's also the reason why I'm not releasing any 1.5 info for now. I'm just waiting for the game to be released and then maybe I'll start I can just, I don't know, make the stuff flow again. So far, how many team examples I have? Let's see, font0.adt, what is this? DC. Okay, DC doesn't exist in my spatial cases, so let's see. Case FF, FD, FF, FD, FF, DC, I think it's called. FF, FD, FF, DC. Okay, this is good. Ah, damn it. Copy. Please don't destroy me. Ow. Oh. Yeah, there was a Kotaku. No, wait. I don't remember if Kotaku wrote something about Squeeze Bomb. It was just... I don't remember. I think I did fetch some pictures for the Kotaku interview. I should probably reread the thing because I don't remember anything about that. Actually, no. The Kotaku article, it was not about me. I was in contact with one of the with Leon Hartley, who is the writer of the article, but is not with Kotaku anymore, if I remember correctly. So I don't really know. So let's see what this is about. Oh, is this because this font has... Oh, so Citor, no. What the hell is wrong with this one? This is actually just a regular team, yeah. EB. Okay. Very weird. So this is row team, font page 0. EB. The articles about the squeeze bomb, because I'm not aware really. Okay, let's see what this does. Ah, wrong. What's wrong with this one? What the fuck is wrong with this one? Oh, it's because I'm not feeling the team, that is why. Stupid me. There it goes. Okay, we have more. Classic mail. We are still documenting all the errors of the ADT, which is quite a lot so far. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. Though I'm not really sure if this one is used in many cases. This one is not used at all. And this one is, I don't know, I've seen it only in I think it's movie stuff. Then G warning should be just regular one. This is actually the PlayStation thing. And here goes another one. This is DF. Oh, let me guess. Is this maybe FFF? No, wait. It's FFFF EDDF. FFFF. this is okay, no, actually it's called Kage, so it should be Shadow. Kage.adt and Kage here too. Is it called Kage? Kage. Where's Kage here? Kage.adt. Okay, here it is. I think this is correct. Okay, this is just Kage, and the team is, yes, it is this. So Kage is 20. No, it's 512 colors. No, it's 225 colors. So 8 bits. Let's see, what more do I have? Actually, I should just make one. A listing of this to automatically just print them. A bounty to identify the eagest members? Yeah, dream on. The thing is, Colvin doesn't really know who the eagest members are, so it doesn't really matter what he wrote into that. I think it was just like naming everyone in the community, trying to get some names correct, and turns out it wasn't anyway, so I mean, you can just name everyone there. And the fun thing is that not everyone from Igas is even from the community at all. Yeah, the boards are kind of that. And the funny thing is that when I post on the over my patch, the Resident Evil 1 got like very few comments, and the Resident Evil 2 one had no comments at all. And I think because most people lost interest in the board, I guess. Carnival told me he would probably update at least the front page. Armando, also known as Mr. Pitas, whatever the fuck the name is even pronounced like, he's basically a huge crybaby. He released the other day this huge wall of text just about me, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy has really a lot of spare time in his hands. Because he was super pissed off at me calling him out for writing whatever it was in his book. He basically tries to make The Horror is Alive sound like the bad guy, when as a matter of fact it wasn't. The Horror was like the only place where it was possible to retrieve many prototypes. So how can you just post that bullshit? It's not just the book. The guy himself is kind of hilarious, really. He wrote all sorts of really weird stuff, like the 7 1.5 builds at some point, something like that, and it was like, dude, there's no 7 builds at all. It's a miracle if there is like a second or third one, and it doesn't even have to be a more recent build. Well, his book is basically just a huge copy and paste of board posts, and he just adds like very meaningless comments about every single comment, like give his personal interpretation, which in most cases is completely off. And now is really pissed off because somebody posted his PDF, which was free anyway, on Assembler Games, and it was like, I'm gonna charge you with legal action if you keep it online. And the guy was really scared, but the thing is that the publisher of that book is really laughable, and there's really no way he can even strike a legal action. And it's a miracle that somebody didn't strike something against him, because he basically mentions many people who aren't even associated with the project. It just took every single possible name and slapped it into his book without asking permission to anybody. And it was like, oh yeah, but it's public information, you can do whatever you want. Yes, but if you start going from historian to just blatant defamation and call out guys for what they didn't do, well, you are probably bound to get something in return, like legal action. If you do that, is probably due to schedule. You know what? I think is still pretty butthurt at one thing. From what I can recall, he was really pissed off because nobody offered him and other people from the community, from the hacking community, to help on the IGAS project, because IGAS actually was trying to bring to the project people who had experience in programming or modeling, texturing, whatever, background making. And the fact is here that most of these people lack any of these abilities. It wouldn't make any sense to have like 30 people doing all shitty stuff that doesn't really lead to anywhere. So, I mean, at some point you have to balance out stuff that can harm the project or can help it. If you have like a gangbang of people who do nothing, what's even the point? You just don't call them. And I think he's just pissed off. And the thing is that now he mentioned something about me having my personal vision of the game, which is not true, and I'm something about me not accepting any kind of feedback or opinions that do not agree with me, which is funny, because usually I ask for feedback on many things, and I listen to the complaints. That's the point. I mean, with Classic Rebirth, I'm getting requested features and I'm implementing them. That's the thing. I'm actually trying to make the game moddable. So I don't see where the guy is even coming from. And when he says that I'm using 1.5 to create my personal version of the game, that has two flaws. Because one, I'm not following my own vision. I'm just trying to make some things more modern while I still keep the game intact. I mean, you can see from the Battle Coliseum that the game plays exactly like 1.5. There's no change whatsoever. The only change is really the animations, which are not junky. And on top of that, I actually follow script. I follow an official script, so I'm not making shit up. So where is even coming from? That's the thing. I don't really understand why is so butthurt about this whole deal. The guy is just hilarious, in my opinion. No, I don't think it's the backgrounds, really. I mean, the backgrounds, you can... there have been changes which were not creative liberties. They were more like fixes to the original ones. For example, these sewers. The thing is that the backgrounds were really broken in many aspects, which led to what then came to be, which is the renewal of the style of the sewers, which is not exactly completely different. It's just using like a more dirty style, kind of like retail, though it's not really retail. It's actually based on that specific corridor from the trial version, I think it was. There is this really greedy corridor which was probably supposed to be not flooded, but with like water on the floor, kind of like the spider tunnel in retail. So a few changes were made just to accommodate the style that could have been used later. Then again, we also have artwork of that stuff, so it's not like coming out of nowhere. Yeah, the thing is that that guy is... I mean, he's accusing me of using my own personal vision of the game, but all he's doing is like, no, this is the correct one. I have my own project. Let's see. Let's make backgrounds. And he doesn't even realize that the stuff that he's doing is just ridiculous. It looks like it's garbage, to be honest. It doesn't look good at all. I mean, the guy goes around showing what was that, X and A Lara? the stuff that only like very poor people use. I mean, that's all he does. He does this rigging job which look like poop, to be honest, and he just creates these awkward poses with backgrounds and meshes not even matching in style, and he's got like rips from other games. He tries to mix things up that don't even go along really that well. You can't just take Resident Evil 4 Leon, slap it with your own model of Helza, then have Marvin from Darkside Chronicles, and what the hell was the rest of it? What the hell was it? There was like some other random model taken from other games, especially the weapons, I think. And it was just like, okay, I will make my own project with my own resources, but he doesn't even realize what style consistency is. So how can you go and try to badmouth a project when you lack the very basics of how to make such a thing? And I'm not saying this as some kind of asshole elitist. I'm just saying that just look at how the fucking game was done. That's not really hard. You can follow their guidelines. The backgrounds have to be made in a way. You can create a style very similar to that, but no, it's like, no, let's make stuff with very few polygons that people can use for their engine, and like create a Dreamcast version of this, which is not really how it works. Whatever he creates is not even usable on a Dreamcast. He doesn't even realize that. Yeah, he doesn't understand paragraphs either. And considering he's supposed to be a writer, that's really lacking of him. I mean, he also lacks what was it called? It's here my tongue. What's the word? Synthesis. He cannot synthesize anything. His posts are like this gigantic wall of text full of rumbling, and it's not even easy to follow any of that crap. Usually just like read pieces of it and I just laugh at any of that, but seriously, who the hell even reads that stuff? When people say, wow, it's a good book, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, do you even know how a well-written book is supposed to look like? It's not supposed to be an Excel spreadsheet. It's supposed to look like something that, I don't know, it's like one of those university books with very concentrated information which leads nowhere, and it even contradicts itself at some point. That's how I feel about him. He doesn't even have I mean, he can create mods, he can't write, so what's even the point? I mean, yeah, sure, dude, you got a publisher to release your stuff, but the thing is, with that website that he was using, anybody can release a book. It doesn't matter how shitty it is, it's self-publishing. That's the point of the thing. If it's self-publishing, even a dog can write a book and get it published. So I guess this is my reply to whatever he says. Well, I think Team 96 pretty much crumbled under DXP's direction. Everybody just left, and he was like there, alone, doing nothing. Let's see, do I still have more stuff here that I can use? Oh, new one. FFFDFF8. Yeah, that one. Well, you know what? His patches are just... I don't even know how to call them, but they're nothing special, to be honest. Every single patch breaks the game even more than it was before, so I wouldn't call that patches. It's just adding data on top of something that is broken to begin with. That's just not the way you see patching, how it works, or how it's supposed to work. Yeah, Jaeger with benefits. You got it. That's the thing. Wow, they even reject stuff. Really? I wasn't aware that they were allowed to reject projects. Did even just give you concept art for the blank rooms? The point is, Sonic is not the only 3D artist of IGAS. That's the thing. But in some cases, when I involved in the project, we would usually have some guesswork in some cases and some direct precision. Directions from either artwork, sketches, whatever we could find. We also have something that we are not allowed to share, which kind of shares some light on stuff that is not entirely known to the public. I think I can say this. But the thing is, the guesswork was not really that much. Most of the stuff was actually gathered from all the source that is available. Sonic had to fix one thing, I think, at some point, but I don't remember what. And he made the last thing that I can remember that he created was the main pool of the sewers, which is technically the most unknown room of the game. And the thing is, the map itself is not easy really to get what it was supposed to be. You have some like balconies that you can gather from the map itself, and it's like multiple levels of interaction. Like you have a top level with the access from the zombie tunnel and the pump room, and then you have a way to change the current level of the character, which in our case, you could probably see it from the picture, is just an elevator that would deactivate when the water trap activates as well. Wait a second, let me just finish the story and then I'll read the comments before I forget what I was going to say. So the thing with that room is that the exit was never clear to anybody. At first we thought that the exit, since it was since the map has a ladder next to the exit, we thought it would be a balcony, but as a matter of fact, it's not a balcony. There's a kind of hidden story behind that, and it actually makes way more sense in the way that we didn't change it. Actually, we adapted whatever Capcom came up with, and it makes way more sense this way. I mean, I've seen Armando try and shoehorn his own vision into that one, and I can tell you 100% it's completely wrong. I mean, it's kind of easy to figure out when you know one tiny little detail that room has. Also, the flood event is not as complex as many people would imagine. There's really a stupid reason for the flood. It's stupid as it gets. Yes, about that one. I think it's room 206. Yeah, it's 206. It's the one with the huge circle in the center. Okay, let me get back to the chat since I've been doing nothing so far, I guess. Let's see. Armando mentioned Apostle that he pitched 2 books to his publisher, but the other couldn't be released for legal reason because he didn't want to openly share. Yeah. Been watching the pre-recording of this. Pretty cool to watch. Any chance we could see according to the stream? Supersonic SJM. No. I'm keeping 1.5 silent for now. I don't want to. I really don't want to share any information for now on that one about the development. I mean, because of the remake, I rather keep that silent for the moment. Let's see. I only asked because I'm wondering how you went about decoding how rooms like the medical and common rooms should. Okay, I can tell you that the medical room is basically guesswork. It's entirely made up, but it's not really an important. It's not an important room, so it could be anything really. I mean, we just tried with something like an infirmary, so it doesn't make any difference. About the comms room, I know for sure what is inside the room itself. I don't know the specific the layout, but I can tell you it was supposed to look like a lot like the STARS office. I mean, the equipment is exactly that one. Let's see. That's not a good idea until remix. Yes. Central pool bias. I think the flood is caused by Elsa. Nope, that's not the reason. Yeah, Elsa. No, it's not about the pool. It has nothing to do with any pools. At some point, we came up with actually a good idea, which was kind of guesswork, because of Annette. At some point, I wanted Annette to activate a trap in that room and say like, rats, let's kill them, and she would activate the flooding mechanism, but that's not how it works. My solution was not as straightforward as Capcom's. Actually, Capcom came out with this really completely dumb idea for the flood, and you will never know. I mean, that's just the game. And if you think about how Resident Evil 2 has really weird stuff happening to artificially slowing the progress of the game, you can probably figure out that some 1.5 choices were really the same, because you get Sugimura writing the script, but some parts were still made by the same 1.5 people. So let's say that some stupid ideas were still in there in a way or another, like bosses. For example, when you fight the G-Adult or Birkin one, you cannot proceed to the next room because the game tells you that, well, it gives you an hint that you have to beat the boss in order to interact with a particular object. Like, you cannot bring down the ladder, you cannot interact with the plug panel. Yeah, that one is why I say that you cannot say about someone who's developing a project that is bringing his own vision when you are basically making DeviantArt fan fiction. I mean, he's posting on DeviantArt for one reason. He's part of that kind of bandwagon. Yeah, I think Capcom was like, what's this shit? Please remove the Resident Evil name on this crap and never get back with that. I think that's the story, more or less. They probably like poured sugar all over it, but that's basically the idea. Nope, there's no ramps. I mean, not in 1.5, vanilla cannot do ramps. Resident Evil 2 actually added ramps, cones, what more? There was something else. Oh yeah, rhombus, and I think Resident Evil 1.5 only supports rectangles, circles, triangles, and I think that's the shapes that it can do. Well, I don't think you can use the XPs backgrounds in any shape, so even lowering the background poly count doesn't do really much of a difference. Resident Evil 2 Retail Sewer had the ramps in that center. I saw it. Wait a second. Do you mean ramps like the slopes? Or do you mean ramps like something that you can jump on and off? Because in that case, yes, 1.5 as that kind of ramps, I mean as a jump point, it does support them by default. But no, what you see in the map are not slopes. Those are actually, it's a pool. So what you see indicated as straight lines, those are just the border of the pool or part of the balconies, because there are balconies in there. Keep in mind the room is pretty tall and you have at least 3 levels. One with the main pool, then the sidewalk which leads to the entrance of the sewers, and another balcony on top which is leading to the zombie tunnel and the pump room. He also claims to have finished the 75% of the Railfarm book set in World War II called Project Regen's. What? But his publisher only accepted the 1.5 book because it's historical and doesn't need legal clearance. Well, I think the reason why that book was accepted is because it doesn't try to make use of the trademark. With all the reference of Resident Evil Blue. Oh, so is that going to be like, I don't know, some kind of box name? I don't know. Let's have Hitler instead of Wesker. Whitler. Well, really, I don't understand the guy. He's so close-minded, and to be honest, he makes himself look like a fool. Yeah. With sunglasses and Matrix moves. And possibly Kung Fury references. Okay, one last cigarette and then I will have to go to bed. He says the Project Regen is based in World War II. He also mentioned it being a Nazi zombie story inspired by Code Veronica. Wow. His swastika shape. Well, Hitler was certainly up for maximum global saturation. Jesus Christ, how can you even keep reading that? I mean, I would have my my eyes spinning the possibly half of the first paragraph. I don't think he can really read J virus. Is that Jesus virus? Can we have some Spear of Destiny? Well, one last cigarette and then I'm off to bed. Gotta sleep tonight. And there goes Nightbot. Like, share, and subscribe. Oh, the Jew virus. which actually sounds a lot like Chill virus. So Jew is the master of unlocking. Oh god, don't tell me. Oh yeah, I think I know what the crap is. He's basically redoing Resident Evil 3 backgrounds with the majestic style of everything is made out of concrete. You can just like expect everything to be gray, badly textured with holes everywhere, and really low poly, and probably looking like shit as usual. It's funny because people are even trying to use that crap. I mean, I'm not sure how many people actually use that. I don't think anybody with the same mind would use that for an actual 3D engine. I mean, whoever tries to use that, they would be like, dude, what the hell? This is not even compiling with the engine. The texture all like badly stretched. I mean, you can even see pre-stretched texture applied on non-stretched surfaces, and then the same happens but with non-stretched texture on stretched walls. There's like no grid use whatsoever. What's like a meter? What's like a feet? No way. Just throw that out of the window. Let's go live. Fuck this. So this is what you can expect, I guess. I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember if... I think I just rewrote the code or patched some of it, something like that. I don't have the sources with me right now, so I can't even check. Didn't Capcom to regional background answer? Yes, they use soft image 3D. Actually, I think there was some other software which was officially used to create backgrounds and all sorts of accents. I actually rewrote the code in both C and assembly. The new code is all in C and the patched one is in assembly. As for the background software, I think it was Soft Image for something and probably 3D Studio Max for something else, or Lightwave. What was it called? There was this huge editor which had like, no, the editor itself wasn't that huge, to be honest, but it had so many plugins. So basically it would export rigs into the proper format without having you to actually really worry about it. Yeah, I do have that. Wait, do you have software to analyze Capcom background? Not really. You cannot really recreate any of that without a Z buffer. You can technically do some of that using masks, but masks are just like a grid of let's say it's really approximated to a grid, so it wouldn't really create anything spectacular at all. But they did use the buffers to create most of the masks. I think the program that they had could export that stuff. I think it was float values. There's even a sample from Sony that does that thing. Nope. Capcom didn't make that by hand, it's all pre-generated by a software, and Capcom would only slightly adjust those information. That's why they used Tofu. Tofu was basically their really basic shape used to test collisions and the masks themselves. Not quite. It's still very not precise. Even the collision don't give out that much information, so it's not really helpful at all. I mean, you could use the camera information and the collisions, but it's all just cubes, so you wouldn't really gather much from that. Ugh. It's yawn time. Okay, let me start closing the stream because this one is just too slow, I think. But at least I did get to understand some of the signature values from this stuff. Actually, let me check just one thing real quickly. For example, what the fuck is this? It's FFFEFDDF, so it's a row team. Though I have no idea what this does. Then we have EAXL32. What the fuck is this? So this is FFFD. Yes, we have this. 7FFF. I don't think I have any of this. Oh yeah, I have it. So it's background? What the hell? Let me see what this has, because I've never seen this picture. It's inside bean, and let's see, EAXL32. Let's just call these EAX. Do I have EAX? Yes, I do. Oh wait, PNG. Oh, it's a logo. Environment audio by Creative. Did I use this for a personal splash? Let me see if the game even has a reference to this into the XE. Probably is gone, but you can never know. So EAXL. Yeah, it's not even loaded anymore. This file is completely useless now because I think they did remove the AX supports for source next. Then we have PC stuff. PC stuff. Let's see. PC stuff. PC stuff. Yeah, most of this stuff is useless. And actually, there's no... Though I think this is... Yeah, it's just a PNG, really. No P sound. I want PS... Image. No, Signature. Ah! Well, weird. I've never seen this one. It's not even used, I guess. This is probably something that was going to show at the end of the game, but they just integrated this into the staff roles, so not really useful. Oh well. This is just yet another case of weird ADT. And I'm pretty sure I know what this is. This is just the background for scrolling stuff. Let's see, door contains nothing, file. So map ADT, this should be just the map stuff. Whoa, this has even more stuff. I'm starting to think that the magic values are actually used in some other way. Okay, let's see. So team as FFFF thing. So in some cases it's FE, FF, FD. And let's see, backgrounds are usually FF, FD, and then you have, no, I don't think they generated this with some sort of logic. Nah, I don't think they will include those. I don't think EX files will be there because those were just promotional stuff for Resident Evil 3 and 0. I think probably the only interesting file of the bunch, besides Rebecca's, was Kendo's, because it gives some extra information about the relationship between Kendo and Barry. But besides that, all the other EX files are just stuff taken directly from Resident Evil 3, like the mercenary stuff. What more? Jill's introduction or prologue. So it doesn't make any sense to have them. I mean, at this point, Rebecca's files, considering it's just a foreshadowing of Resident Evil 0, it doesn't serve any purpose anymore. I think the only file that would be nice to have is Kendo's background story. That's it. That could be interesting to have. Well, I guess it's almost time for bed. Guess I will go to bed now. Haven't done really much with this stream, well, besides showing you how the ADT stuff can be decompressed. Let me think. Yeah, that would be just plain terrible. I don't think they would do that. To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't think they're that stupid. There, this is how many calls the game has for ADT compression. It's not really that much. Introduction load. So the interaction load as hard-coded stuff. Instead, they didn't really bother that much. The lead instrument of the music is so stereotypical. You know what? I cannot even hear the music because I don't have any headphones. Yeah, it really does sound like Sonic's tune. Or, well, this sounds more like Sonic CD, I think. The hell is common date text 2p? Yeah, I agree on that one. Japanese soundtrack. Oh, this was the thing. This is what I wanted to fix. Though testing this would be really overkill. But I think it's very possible to do this one. Well, Sonic Mania is basically, it has mostly remixes, but the brand new soundtrack, I think they're just genius. Yeah, T-Lopes has done like possibly the best soundtrack in the franchise. I mean, half of the stuff is just remixes, but the new boss musics especially are just perfect. And funny thing is that he goes by ear. He doesn't really compose like a normal person would do. So, can I overwrite this stuff? Yes, I can overwrite this stuff. I just need 2 hooks. 2 hooks should be enough, I think. 6. Wait a second. There's something that doesn't quite. Oh, it's more textures, more handles actually. Now I get how they did this. Well, nasty. Well, I cannot really stay much longer, guys, so I'll just grab the bed. But it was a nice and fun stream. Maybe tomorrow I can make something like this and just show more of the stuff. Also, new patch with FFmpeg is going to come this weekend. I decided to slow down the release. could technically change this code. So if I were to make a revision of this code, is this Super Mario Kart? Why does this sound like Super Mario Kart? File map. I'm not really a fan of Sonic 3D Blast, but what they did with the special stage was nice. Way better than what the Mega Drive version had, which was horrible as balls. Plus, it was way too easy, but it looked like poop, to be honest. I can imagine Peach driving on this song. Okay, this is used only once. Weird. Well guys, it's time to leave for the night. So how long is this gonna keep going? Ooh, quite a while. Still 1 minute and 30 seconds. But I think I will interrupt this before that. I feel very sleepy right now. So guys, see you next time, probably with more dev streams this type. So until then, see ya.